are back with Inside the Show. I'm Scuffy. He's Cougs. And we had to mention from the rip, we got the infamous return. Cougs, you already kind of detailed this with one of your latest videos, but we had to mention it here. The Edward, the Lord and Savior from MLB The Show 21. I don't even know if you call him Lord and Savior. But the best pitcher from MLB 21 makes his return into MLB Show 22 with a Tops Now card after he goes, I think, 7 scoreless innings with 9 strikeouts. He had a no-hitter going. I could
that's the part that scared everybody. That's the one everybody freaked out about.
I can't imagine if he got a no-hitter. Like, we still no Dittmers didn't get a no-hitter card because he got the Future card.
Yeah, they said that on their stream. They were like, you might be wondering where's Reed Detmers? Well, he's on his way. Nothing like that with Edward. We just knew right away what we were getting.
Yeah, but you can imagine if it was a no-hitter, what his H per nines would be. What was his H per nines last year in that card?
I believe on his base card before any parallels, it was 102.
102, okay.
And he was a 94 overall. Came out pretty much right at this same time because it was Team Affinity too.
Okay. Yeah, so, but now we got his Tops Now card, and everyone was like, okay, here we go. We were looking for who was going to be the next Edward, next Kluber, next Kershaw. We had a thought that Bobby Miller might have been that guy. I personally don't put him there. But Edward Cabrera, I heard things. I haven't used him, but I heard he is, you know what? I'll just let you take it away. I'm not even going to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you look at the card on paper, no, he's not as good as Edward Cabrera from last year, not as good as the Future Stars. They did a couple things to nerf his card. Obviously, the hits per 9 are nowhere near as high as they were on last year's game. The velo isn't even close to 99, so of course there's no outlier. The primary pitch now is the changeup. So, I mean, there's so many different ways that Edward was kind of nerfed. And at the end of the day, we're talking about a 90 overall versus a 94 overall. So, I mean, the differences were kind of there just on surface level anyway. So, yeah, he's not as good. It doesn't mean I don't think he can be effective against, certain players, but no, he's not. You don't have to fear. If you see Edward Cabrera on the mound, you should not, you should not get all tight. You'll be all right. You'll be able to handle yourself and things will be all right.
Yeah, I agree. And did he have outlier on his sinker?
Yeah, last year he had outlier on the sinker.
He didn't have it for his Tops Now, though, right?
No, his velo is only at like 91 or something like that. So it's
wow,
that's not even close to outlier area.
Okay, it's fair enough. I do want to make the point the other Tops Now cards were like the most balanced cards. It's very Future Star alike with the Lane Thomas, Brendan Rodgers, and the Morel card. They're all very similar to each other. I mean, you could went either way. I really love Lane Thomas's swing. When he was supercharged, I used him, loved him. Even when, since I was playing with all bronze team and using him after he was supercharged, he still raked for me. So I didn't get to use his Tops Now card, but I can't wait to use it, whether that's BR or a team later. But you could go either or, I feel like, with those 3 cards, depending for like a budget type of team, and be successful with those.
Yeah, 100%. Very, very solid cards. Like you said, very well-rounded, good, just balanced cards. And, that's what makes the Tops Now stuff so cool is that, we might not get a Lane Thomas diamond card later on down the line. And now we have one that is very balanced, very usable. Like, that's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hands down. And then we got Italian card. I always botch his name. I didn't get to look at his attributes offhand, but he never really strikes me of like a movie show pitcher. Yes, Yankee fans probably be happy to have him, but he never came across and being like, okay, this is a card that you want to get.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys. It is what it is. Every there's a ton of those guys that just work better in MLB The Show based off the meta.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't think Tion's one of those dudes. Um, but he's a guy that would be a lot of fun to use. I would say, like in like offline stuff, if you're doing like an all Yankees team in
yeah.
your, like your mini seasons run or something like that. He's a great guy to use there. So, you you pitch the CPU a little bit differently than you would pitch an actual online opponent. So, there's still value there.
And it's funny because we're saying this when he does have the meta pitches, but it's just something about his delivery.
Yeah,
I think
it's just
he's
not deceptive.
yeah, that's what it is. It's pretty easy to pick up. But yeah, he has a sicker cutter. He has all the pitches. Like you look at the pitch mix and you just look at the attributes alone, you think it's going to be good. But then, like you said, it's very easy to pick up. You know what's funny? As we're on tops now, last week we were talking about the Psycho Jorge Polanco card, right? Where you got
Talk to
the
him.
Psycho, and we're like, all right, there's a 92. And you know who he brought up? Eduardo Escobar. And what happened during that week after we recorded? He goes for the Psycho. Is there a chance we might get a Psycho Tops Now card? Eduardo Escobar making 2 years in a row with the Tops Now card. Uh, it has to come, right?
It's very possible, but I would also like to ask about another guy that hit for
Yeah,
the cycle recently.
I was going to get to that. I was going to get to that.
That's
It
where
was
I
going to
thought
be
you
a
were going
transit.
first.
No, it was going to be a transition
Oh man,
into my
I
Met
jumped the
player
gun.
to your Angels player with Gerald Walsh. Well, he's supercharged right now. Still
Yeah, I think he still
supercharged.
has like a few hours left at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you guys destroyed us that game. Trout took that freaking downgrade. I mean, with the roster update, he's no longer the live series, the highest overall live series player, now being 93. But it felt like he took it personal, man. Two home
Yeah,
runs
he
on
really
Saturday
did.
night.
Yeah, he was did not seem like he was happy with that. But hey, at the end of the day, you guys got the last laugh. You won the series. How about Edwin Diaz coming in the eighth and
Oh boy.
shoving? Like
I'm t-
I knew like when that eighth inning rolled around and I saw that Buck was bringing in Edwin Diaz for a 5-out save,
Mhm.
especially against the top of the order for the Angels. I was like, man, you know what? I for some reason, even though I know Edwin's good, this is a situation that he's not always in. Maybe this
Yeah.
is good for the Halos. And he starts pumping 100 and then 91 on the next pitch. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, this is over. There's
Yeah,
just
he reached
no.
102 on
Yeah,
one of those
102 was the
pitches.
strikeout pitch on, I think on
A
Walsh,
Tani.
actually.
Was it on Tani or Trout? I forgot
Well, I
who it
think he
was.
got
Oh
he
no.
struck out Trout and then Walsh, I believe.
Yeah. He got 5 strikeouts. All of his outs were strikeouts. It was
He's
just
just
he threw only 25 pitches before that in the whole road trip. That was the 10th game of the road trip, and we're off today, so I assume that's why Buck was like, "All right, let's just go to the 5." Out he's all-star. In my eyes, he's
oh,
all-star this
yeah,
year.
I would
He's
say so.
been absolutely he's one of the best closers in the game. He just gets a bad rep because his blown saves get so much, like, coverage
Attention.
because it's the Mets.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Now, um, yeah, I mean, dude, you look at the Mets roster up and down. There's a ton of all-star potential there, like almost at like every position, it feels like. I mean, you've got Pete Alonso at first, you've got Lindor could have a case at shortstop. McNeil playing
Yeah.
everywhere right now. Like, dude, the Mets have just a lot of all-star potential. And you're right, Diaz is one of those dudes. Maybe we'll see a Edwin Diaz card in the middle of July if they decide to do all 30 teams all-stars again. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, just give him sinker for the hell of it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, the only way to get him usable because he's a 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, 2-seam slider. Um, but either way, that's here or there. I gotta say, I mean, we got them this week, but the Angels were during the weekend. Those Angels City Connects, top
Beautiful.
3. Oh my god! Even just seeing them live now, like on the TV, it just the cream with the red just pops.
Yeah,
And I
they look
love the
great.
hat. Yeah,
And I've been trying to see if I can buy one, but the MLB shop is like super limited with what you can get, and the ones you can get, they don't even have the diamond number patch. Like, you can only get it with the Angels logo. There's no, like, even on
Oh,
there's a Rendon jersey on the MLB shop that you can get, but it doesn't have the number 6 in front. It's just like, what are we doing here? Like, why can't I get an Angels City Connect? Like, I want a Trout one. So, like, I don't know, maybe soon. I'd like to get one before the All-Star game or the Derby or something, but
they
yeah, I don't
have to
know.
have
But
it
yeah.
at the Derby,
Oh, yeah.
or
I mean,
just
well,
have it at the All-Star break at least.
yeah, but then they'll also have their own, like, there will also be, like, all-star jerseys too, but still, like, I want the City Connect and I want an all-star one, but, um, haven't been able to find one yet. But yeah, no, the jerseys look great. I love the design, I love the color, and we got them in Diamond Dynasty, got them in a program, and, you know, I don't remember who we were talking about last week as the card we'd like to see in that City Connect program, but the guy we
Mhm.
got, I didn't actually expect them to do one of these because he already has 2 cards already, but we got Shohei.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid card for a hitting. I mean, it's for a 92, do what it takes you, what, maybe half hour
Yeah, I
to
mean,
do?
you do, like, the moments and then, like, 1 exchange, you could probably get him, something like that.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that won't be bad to use. I still think the end game of Otani will be the MVP art card art Takashi series Otani. Hands
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
That
that's a
has
good
to be.
call.
That's the only way I could think. I mean, I want it to be that way.
Yeah.
um, so
I mean,
we'll
there's
see what
just
comes. Go
there's
ahead.
no way they have all of these guys with the Takashi card art. They have Otani on the cover, and he doesn't
Yeah,
get one of those. I'm surprised he actually didn't get a lower overall Takashi card already, but yeah,
yeah, that's true. But you did get the cover, so that's
that's true,
fine.
yeah.
So we go there. But I still want to bring it back to Tops Now because we found out who the Lightning flashback, and we get Chris Sale. It's pretty solid. Another starting pitching lefty. He has a sinker. He has a high velocity. It's very going to be very similar to Randy. Um, However, the criticism that we've been talking about just for the monthly awards program was releasing this card pretty much at the end of the month. Besides, say maybe week 2 that we get this card. However, it is a pitcher, and I still think with a pitcher being released and being part of this, it will be more accessible, or more the usability of this card will still be there,
Mhm.
besides where a position player might not be because how much content of position players come out in between then, right?
Yeah, 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 for
So,
sure. Um, it's just something that I wish we could get a change of the structure, but I mean, we kind of knew even when like the July, um, or we knew it like last month. It just didn't seem like a change was going to happen. They changed a little bit of the structure of the monthly awards last month with like the amount of parallel XP you had to get for hitters and stuff, but
mhm,
it just doesn't seem like the Lightning player is going to move the legend, or I guess legend or flashback Lightning player is going to move at all in terms of the actual program. But it's a hope. I'm not giving up on the dream that we could maybe get that guy 2 weeks into the program, but I don't know. It's
yeah.
not looking likely. We'll say.
No, I don't think it is. However, just looking at the card itself, it's gonna be fun to play with. I guess it's gonna be like I said, rivaling with Randy. And I gotta say, Randy, oh man, I had to deal with Randy all last weekend through the circuit qualifiers and then on day 2 of the qualifiers. And Randy, I think, even though he's not what I want to say everyone that has him yet, right? But he's hands down the best pitcher in this game, especially once you get
Oh
on the
yeah.
higher difficulties. It's just I was lost. I mean, I was surprised to put runs across the plate against him, but my God, some of them were just guesses.
Well, man, I watched a little bit, man. You had a nice day going on Saturday. I didn't follow to see what happened on Sunday, but man, you were like 7-0. You were second place at one point. I don't know if you played any more games, but tell me a little bit about the tournament this weekend because
Yeah,
you showed up.
Yeah, I've surprised myself, to be honest with you. It's it's because I think I did good because how much I enjoy the game in this type of atmosphere. It's kinda
Mhm.
weird, but this is where I'm having the most fun. I wish it was every weekend, um, like we mentioned last podcast, but anyway, yeah, we started the first 7 games hot, 7 and 0, and then I stopped at 7 and 0 because I was just mentally exhausted. When you're playing on Legend with these type of, I mean, just the pressure, what's on the line, and then facing the top players. Well, the top players throughout who registered that week because it still goes, even though you could queue up after each game, you're still gonna get matched up with someone similar to your record, or they're gonna try to. So I face J Rod. I was lucky to squeak out a win against him. He actually moved on to the grand finale that's coming up this week. And so started out hot, took a break, and then I realized I should probably play more games if I want to get better seating because the way I would have ended, I would had to match up with Goobs, who's another fantastic content creator, and he has my number. So I was like, in my head, do I gamble and play more games, and I gambled and I lost.
Mm.
So then I was 8 and 2. So I was like, I gotta play another one. It's 7:45. You got 15 minutes, and luckily I squeezed that to win. And if I lost, I wouldn't qualify for a day two. So it was like a
Ooh.
win all. It was like the game seven of game seven.
Yeah.
And I was able to win and qualify in day two. Day two, I won my first game. I would say minus even with the downgrade, Trout was my MVP throughout the whole weekend. Dude
Oh, yeah.
absolutely mashed for me over the weekend. And then in game 2, I just couldn't handle Randy.
Mm.
That Devers, I faced that Devers, and my god, this dude went off. Vedersher, I probably botched his name, but he went off with Devers. He had like 5 RBIs with him. If I didn't give away runs with Devers, I would have won. But that's in hindsight view. It was a lot of fun. I was disappointed because I wanted to qualify, but when I looked at it, like, took a breather, I was just happy I was able to compete at the highest level, so,
Yeah.
especially for my age.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I haven't played in any of the tournaments since I think MLB 20, and watching you play and just what you've told me and what other people have told me about like the structure of these circuit qualifiers and stuff, I was like, man, I gotta maybe hop on this. I was gonna play this weekend, and then I woke up at like 10:30, and I was like, I think I'm a little late. Like, I totally forgot about it, but maybe next tournament I'll get some games in. But I'm actually surprised they called this one the summer circuit. I feel like they could have called it the spring circuit, and then they would have had
Mhm.
another one to do for the summer. But maybe they're gonna do like a summer circuit part two or something like that. But um, yeah, no, really, really impressed by your performance. Like I said, I was in there for a little bit watching some of it. I did see some of those big swings with Trouty. I was happy that he was your MVP. But yeah, man, that's to me like that's where competitive MLB thrives. It's just when you have good storylines going, you have
Mhm.
certain players that you just kind of get attached to, and like, man, when you're building your team, it's like, man, I love using this card, but like, do I replace him with somebody else to get a little value somewhere else? Like all that type of stuff I love. I think competitive MLB the show right now, it's had its growing pains, but I think right now it's really going in a good direction. So
Oh,
I'm excited to
hands down.
watch the finals this weekend, even though I think it's Father's Day this weekend, but I think the finals are this weekend, right?
Yeah, so it's on day one's on the 18th. You'll find all the action on Tooney's channel. I believe Toonie, Yayo, and Ashley are doing coverage on
Mhm.
Saturday. They've been doing it throughout the qualifiers, so I think they're doing it on Saturday, and that goes up to I believe the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. And day two is when Spoiler and Rofo get on and have the whole big broadcast, and it is on Father's Day um, throughout the day. That's a long day too, so be on lookout for that. That'll be on Sony's Twitch channel and YouTube where you can find that. So yeah, 25K, Coos. What would you do? The winner gets 15K. Is there anything you would do right away? You won it on Sunday, the Monday after. You save it.
Um,
uh
if I was streaming, I would do some giveaways. I would give some of
Okay.
it to the viewers. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what I would use it for. Yeah, that's a tough question. I mean, I may just kind of hang on to it and have it and keep it in the bank. Maybe I was gonna say maybe invest, but I don't know. I feel like the stocks are feel like I don't really do much on the stock market, but I feel like something's not right over there right now. So yeah, no, I don't know. I would probably end up just hanging on to it. Not the most flashy answer, but that's probably what it would be.
Nah, I'd probably do the same, to be honest with you. Either that or since moving, do something in the stream room or something like office, but that's about it. So, all right. What else we got? Oh, with the before that Saturday, we got a Larry Walker card. The second
Mhm.
dude, I swear, how many second half cards do we have? I feel like this is like the third time I mentioned this. And it's like we got like 30 different second half cards. We got Larry Walker now from his 98 season. Solid for 20K if you're looking to get a card now. I mean,
Yeah,
there's nothing else to it.
yeah. I mean, he's either there because you like Larry Walker's swing, or he's there because he's a second half card. But either way, he has value to pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have that contact for both. I mean, he has 125 contact against righties, 100 against lefties, 101 power against righties. The power against lefties, I mean, it's not there, but once he gets that end game card for him, Giashu, it's not. Now think of it, I feel like his end game card last year, his power against lefties was like in the 80s.
Yeah, no, it was an awards card, I think. Because yeah, MLB 20, he had a signature. MLB 19, he had or I'm sorry, MLB 21, he had the awards.
Hmm.
And that was, I believe, a World Series reward. And he was maxed against righties, but he was definitely on the lower side against lefties. But I hope if they are going to give Larry Walker, or I mean, he will, but like when they do give him his end game card, I hope they go with the signature again, because that card was way better than the awards card from last year.
Or how about a finest?
Hey, retro finest. I'm cool with that too. Hey,
I
I'm
think
not
that
gonna
we're
say
more
no.
looking forward to finest cards than we are for legends, like for being their end game, just because we know it's going to be juice, right?
Yeah,
So,
100%.
so we'll be on lookout for that. There should be a new headliner. I did it. Did they any announcements for tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think they said
Tomorrow they're focusing on a different
just
thing.
the
I don't know.
BR.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a headliner, but it's one of those guys that'll probably just kind of go under the radar.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
So, before we get to the BR stuff with the new content about this week, we did get the roster update. Hey, my guarantee went through. I told you Pete was going to go diamond. He
You were
does
right.
go diamond. So I was very happy about that. Oh, did we talk about the player month cards about Devers
Did we?
last week?
I
We
don't
did, right?
remember. I feel like we gave our
Yeah, we
prediction.
did. No, came out when?
It came out on Wednesday last week.
Oh,
So I don't
yeah,
think
we
we
didn't even
did.
talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it yeah, we could talk about it. We'll let's
Let me
bring it up.
just
Well,
first go over the roster update, and we go there because it'll be a
yeah.
good segue. So yeah, we got a couple new diamonds. Pete went diamond. Basically, it has two diamonds now, which we'll get to. Kyle Tucker, Aaron Nola, Manoa, Joe Musgrove, and then the new golds. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Sandy into a diamond after, but he is at 84. So we got Sandy as a new gold. Clase, Duran, Clay Holmes, Sereno, McKenzie, Italian, Andres Jimenez. I love it. Garcia, Austin Riley, Brandon Drury, two former New York Met legends right there. Jose Abreu, Bob, wow, Bo Bichette. went gold, and yeah, that was the roster update. But going back to Pete, we did get Pete be going diamond with guarantee, and then he was part of the player of month program for May. But let's first go over the main card, and that was Devers. I mean, we had the prediction it was going to be a pitcher. We had no clue it was going to be Devers, but I think we'll take it. We'll definitely take it hands down. I mean, it shocked me, but in a good way, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a like a very solid choice for what we had available. I think it was a choice that made a lot of sense going with Devers for sure.
Oh yeah, especially it gives you the alternative for George Brett. So if you do want to just grind 99 to get the Devers card, you could do that. If you want, and then to be honest, it'll still help you try to get George Brett because you can lock in those monthly cards. Speaking of the monthly cards, I'm trying to remember who we got. We got the P Alonso, we got the Tuve for the 93s, and then we got
Scooble
Scooble, yes, that
got
is true.
so those were the guys in the high diamond pack, the
Yes,
93. And then the 91 or 90, whatever it was Martin Perez. There was, which I'm surprised that Perez got a card in the lower pack and Scooble got it in the higher pack because Perez won pitcher of the month for
that's
the
the same
American
thing
League.
that happened to Pablo.
Yeah, it's weird how they're doing that.
Yeah,
But either way, he got a card. Let's see who else was in there.
the 91s, I could tell you, Cole Calhoun, who you predicted, and you
Yep.
wanted the balance, and they gave them balance there. Dansby Swanson, Varsho, Martin Ori went. Clay Holmes, a solid reliever, outlier on sinker. Used him actually over the weekend. He was decent. Ryan Hesley, and I think that's it. Am I right
And
there?
then there was, did you say Varsho?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Then I think that's it. And then obviously I think we got a few more. Well, the tops now cards would have been from June. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So, out of those cards, the Clay Holmes was the biggest one, besides Pete for me, just being the Met bias, but just having that outlier on sinker, he does have a good four pitch mix. He doesn't have the most conventional delivery too. It's like a little like 3/4 to almost sidearmish. So that was a card. I did have a little bit success with him over the qualifier, and then like you said, Varsho plays everywhere. It's like that. I mean, I wouldn't call it like the Taylor Ward because Taylor Ward attributes I think are a little bit better than Varsho, but
Mhm.
just the flexibility of being catcher and then playing the outfield
Yeah.
is there. So that's the relation between them two. The Cole Calhoun, I got asked, have you predicted and you kind of like manifested because you want to play with it? Did you play with all these henchmen? I would call them for
Yeah,
May.
I put everybody together on a team build and I think everybody ended up doing pretty well. I don't remember who did the best, but I know I hit a home run with Varsho. I don't remember what I did with Calhoun. I know with Calhoun I hit a foul home run. I don't
Okay.
remember what I did like after that. But yeah, no, I all the monthly awards players did really well for me. I started Scooble instead of Perez, and he was, like I said, very good. So yeah, I was happy with this monthly awards set. I think it was once again a good call to do Devers considering the choices that we had and you know with the other overalls in the game and stuff. I liked it. I thought it was a solid month of May for player of the month. I think the one thing that really could have made it better is releasing Jim Rice a little bit earlier. I think
Yeah.
that's my thing. That's still the biggest complaint there.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm curious if they just can't do it just the way they structured it this year. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It because it's weird. I mean, you would think that it's something that could just be changed, but maybe there's data behind it that they have that says that it's the right move to keep doing the way they're
Yeah.
doing, and I don't know.
To be honest with you, if it's keep on being pitchers, I think it'd be fine. But then again, I kind of don't want that.
Well, you mean if they keep doing pitchers, you're fine with it being like at the end?
At the end, just because I feel like pitchers, even though like they might like the 96 is still going to hold up, even if there's say like 97s to 98, just because of what he brings to the table, right? Like you said, like I'm trying to think of a name that would be like maybe a 90, like say if you brought out like a Mike Scott,
Mhm.
like and he's like a 98 to 99. I guarantee you probably want to use that Chris Sale over the 98 to
Yeah.
99 Mike Scott,
It's
right?
like we were saying
So
earlier with Tyon. There's just some pitchers that don't translate as well.
yeah,
And so if, those guys are the options, you have there should be some common sense when it comes to how you're releasing certain players.
yep.
And, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. Who's having a good month, I think already is Buxton.
Yeah, you
Buxton's
just
been
won
going.
player of the week.
Yeah, so, I would love to see another player. It's funny because he always gets, um, like, either a top star card or a player of the month card because in 20, he got that 98, overall, then last year he got the 96, and that held up for a while. He always has that, like, those couple weeks where he just goes off, and this could be another, one. Well, think this is probably his best season so far this year. Probably a
It's
career
it's
year
shaping up
despite
to
the
be at
innings.
least, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know, we'll see. We still got 17 more days. There's a lot of things that happen. It doesn't feel like June's been going on forever,
Yeah,
already, but it's
I
only 13 days.
trust me, with that 14 game losing streak, June has lasted way too long.
Hey, but you finally got it over it. It was the Nickelback the day after Nickelback that was able to,
Yeah, they
you guys
bounced
were able
back.
to win.
They did a little bit, and now they got to go play the Dodgers, and then they have a 5-game series with the Mariners.
Okay. 5, oh,
So,
yeah, remember you said that 5 games, Jesus.
yep, 5
Well, the
games in 4
Dodgers just
days.
got swept, so they're, just gotta attack it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah,
Hopefully that we catch them on a downward skid, but we'll see, man. It's still the Dodgers.
yeah. I was hoping we would get Syndergaard during the weekend, but then they saved him. I really wanted the Mets to face Syndergaard. I really wanted to face Otani, even if we got destroyed, just to see that game, but that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, so, anyway, so, yeah, player month, solid. I mean, the past 2 ones besides the criticism about the Legend Lightning flashback not being released until the end, so far, I think solid 2 out of 2 so far. We'll see what June brings. I think June will probably bring 97 to 98 overall. So we're getting close. We are getting close to the 99s, which should probably be a month away because a month away from today should be the All-Star game, I believe. It's either the All-Star game or the Home Run Derby
It's like a month and a week.
in month of the week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
All-Star
the
game's the
19th. Okay.
19th, yeah.
Okay, 19th. So that makes sense. You're going, right?
I have
You have
my
to.
tickets I have my tickets to the Derby. I don't have my tickets to the game yet. I gotta figure
And
out what's going
Derby's
on
better.
there. Derby's better. Yep,
Yeah, that's
100%.
you got the most important ticket taken care of, so that's all you need. But I can't wait for it. That's when Pete gets his 99, so if he gets invited. Dude, he didn't get invited yet. There's multiple other players got invited, but they didn't invite him yet. I
Who
don't
got
understand that,
invited?
but I heard there was other people that got invited, but they didn't announce yet.
I
And
mean,
they
there's
asked
no way there's no way the back-to-back defending home run derby champ doesn't get invited. I think he'll be there.
I think he will be too, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, getting a little ahead of ourselves. We do have new content, like we were saying, new BR rewards, and one of them I'm pretty excited for, and that is Prime Springer. We never seen this card before.
Yeah.
I don't even think this will be his endgame card. I think he might even get a 99 on top of it if they bring back his postseason or if he gets a finalist later. But Springer gets one of the rewards, and then they have Milestone Evan Longoria. So those two cards are great. And then we go to the best one out of it, Cougs. I know you can't wait to get to on the mound with this card with his 15-second delivery with Christy Mathewson.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna sleep like a kid on Christmas Eve tonight, man. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow, get a cup of coffee, get on the game, and start grinding for my Christy Mathewson card at 90 points. Can't wait, Scuffy.
Oh boy. There's some people that really like using. I remember his milestone card was actually pretty decent, right? From last year.
I
Am
I
I thinking the right card?
I didn't think it was good, but
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
well, it's pretty
Either way,
much him or Cy Young at this
it's
point.
probably Cy Young. I don't know. Anyway, Chrissy Mathewson will be the program card. It's a 95 postseason card. And then Evan Lagores and Springer are going to be actually the Flawless Choice Pack awards. Those two right there, really solid.
Very solid.
This is before we see the attributes, but I expect the Longo card be if they just had if his power against lefties are a little bit boosted because he didn't get a hit off a lefty in that cycle game, then we'll be good. But that's where I'm worried about that Longo card because he didn't get the hit off a lefty. And then Springer cards, I mean, I don't even care what his attributes are. He's going to play above them anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm excited
And
for that card.
what's interesting about Springer is that he has a lot of potential to be like better. Like he might be like one of the center fielders you want to use now that Mike Trout got downgraded in that update.
Nah.
Depending on what Springer's contact against righties is,
Okay.
I could see a world where he's better than Mike Trout on if you're comparing the prime to the live series. I could see it
How
happen.
how crazy is that to think about?
Yeah, look, Mike Trout went 0 for 28, so it's only right. Like something's got to happen. But for him to go down 2 whole points and then have other guys go up ahead of him, it's like, man, I feel like the days of live series cards being based on a 3-year average is kind of behind us because they are heavily dictated about what's going on currently. And it's just a live series rating, and in a month from now, Trout may be back at the top. But I was like, man, you guys were quick to pull the trigger on Mike.
Yeah. And plus he always has inside edge. So
Yep.
even if he's a 93, I like I said over the weekend, he still plays fine. But I'm
Yeah.
excited for spring. I'm always excited for spring cards. I'm still waiting to get his rookie card back in the silver, which hopefully comes down the road. But I'm trying to manifest this. Speaking of the BR program, I'm trying to manifest this right now, Cooks.
Oh
I
yeah, give
mentioned
me give
this
me the lower
late
overalls. Tell me.
earlier this last week, but I need that silver Jorge Posada card back in this game.
Mm.
I need it now because we got him so late last year. Give me a switch hitter BR silver Jorge Posada that can plug in for the rest of the month. Oh, but then again, they just did that with Grandel, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But that's the card I
The
want to manifest.
they just released George Brett, then they did Player of the Month Devers, and now they're doing a third baseman in the BR Flawless pack.
That's true.
I don't think there's any reason to expect them not to do something like that.
That's very true. So, that's only one. Whoa, that's one card, and another card. Since he's still in the game, and I'd love to see him back. I don't even care if he doesn't have a face skin or anything. Is that gold Marlins AJ Ramos? I want that card back with the
That'd be a fun
cutter.
one.
He had a little. He has a nice delivery. I like to use him on pinpoint. That's only two cards I could think of. Like I really want to see back. But I want to be surprised with everything else because I want cards that we never seen as well. So I'm being picky all over the place, but the Posada's one is probably number one on my list.
I remember that Ramos card being solid. I think it's like a breakout card or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Posada would be good, man. I'm always in for those good low overall catchers because that's usually one of the positions in BR that's kind of hard to lock down. There's a few
Mhm.
guys that are like, okay, that's the guy, but the odds of you getting him are probably pretty low with all the catcher options available. So I'm with you. I'm all in on a Jorge Posada. I'm trying to think of like other lower overall guys from previous years that I'd like to see. I can't really think of any right now,
John
but
Axford,
is he
gold
still in the
card.
game?
Yes.
Hmm.
I would like to
If
see
it'd be a
him.
cool one.
Uh,
Trying to think. Remember, was it this year or did we already get him? Was it a Joe Nathan starting card? Was that this year or was that
yeah, that
last year?
was last year. That was last year with the evolution program.
Yeah, that card could be kind of sick for like a bronze round.
Yeah, I'm down. I am completely down. I will love if I'm curious if he's still in the minors with them, but I never see him in the game yet. But Eric Thames, silver Eric Thames flashback card, since he's back with the A's.
Is he's back?
He was in the minors. I'm looking up if he's still playing. Yeah, 22 games in the minors, but then again, that's 22. I'm not sure if he's still there.
Yeah, he would need to be. I think he would be what? I think he would need to be on the 40 man in order for him to be eligible for a card. I don't know if he's on
Ah,
that.
okay. That makes
But
more
hey,
sense.
that'd be cool though if we get that flashback Thames. Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know who else. We'll find out tomorrow. That's the first thing I look for. I'm
yeah.
not even
You
gonna
don't.
look at
You
the
don't
other
even
cards.
care about Longoria or
No.
George Springer. It's like show me the golds.
Yeah, I'm taking a break from playing Lone Legend. I'm going right back to my roots with the BR for like the next few weeks,
Attaboy.
and get my fix in there. But yeah, we had that look to forward to. They did say there's another program coming on Thursday, calling the other Thursday program. We have not much information. It's just like a wait and see type of thing.
Could be
Again,
could be something like what are the new packs? It could be like an always intense program, you know? They have
ooh,
the big dog
okay,
programs. I don't know if they're planning on releasing an always intense 3 pack or not, but that kind of feels like that could fit with the other programs they've put in. So,
yeah, that'd be dope. I'll see that. It'd give you a lot of packs, and then you can see what you could do. Drive those cards down a little bit too.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. That'd be great for people going for collections, especially awards cards cuz that Brandon Crawford would probably dip a lot in price.
Yeah, right now it's still over 100K.
Yeah, and that's the series. That's this year's or the awards cards this year's are like the primes or the signatures from last year, where there just wasn't a lot at the time the collection came out,
Mhm.
especially with how many awards cards you actually need. Hopefully we start getting some more of those here soon.
Yeah. They're usually good with attacking that, so we'll definitely see that. And then third time, Moonshot comes back. And so I'm thinking it's going to be lefty bronze pitchers now, since the last one was righty bronze. So I'm going to guess that you're going to stack up with your cards, whoever's against good against lefties, and go from there. I call it the parallel event, pretty
Yeah,
much.
probably going to see a lot of Castellanos, a lot of Nelson Cruz, a lot of
Yeah.
guys like that, a lot of Troy Gloss, guys like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm
If
not
if
sure
that's what is actually going to be, if it's going to
yeah,
be
if that's
lefties,
gonna be. I'm trying to think of lefty there's a lot of good lefty, relievers. You could get
a
Bummer, you could
lot.
get Diekman, you could get, Josh Taylor, Turner Scott, Jose Alvarado, Zach Britton, Tim Hill, Adam Korek, Ali Perez. You know, I could go on.
Yeah, there's definitely options for sure.
Yep. Yeah, that's just, that's bronze is very good, especially for BR in their righties and lefties. There's so much quality out there. Um, Even though they might not have the best attributes, but it's all star, so you still could get people out with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have all that looking forward to. We'll see what the other program is. We'll definitely talk about that next week. I'm trying to think, do we expect to see anything else on the schedule come next week? I don't think so. We still got
Yeah.
like 2 more weeks of the future program, and yeah,
Did they
not
do
much.
a Mother's Day conquest this year?
Yeah, I feel like they did. We did get
Yeah.
bat skin
Yeah, maybe they do like a Father's
Father's
Day
Day.
thing.
Yeah,
Probably, more headliners and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like I said, that other program is really the thing that's kind of curious right now. That's kind of the
yeah,
unknown. And then of
we just
course,
don't have the
we'll
information.
get like tops nows and stuff. So yeah, should
And
be an
yes,
interesting weekend.
that's all I'm gonna say. That's what I want to end with. Give me Eduardo Escobar 92 overall. I'm good.
Yep,
And
yep.
then I know it's funny. I probably not play with it because I want to power up it because I might want to use it for the full circuit.
Exactly. Which I
That's
still
one.
think we gotta clean that up.
Yeah, that's the one criticism I have. Everything was great. The way it was sent up, it was really good. The only criticism I has is there's certain cards I can't play. I shouldn't play with because I need to save them for the qualifiers because they'll be like you don't want them to be at the higher level when you could use them at the lower overall. Really should go over the base overalls, but that's our one. I think that's the one criticism I have. Everything else was great.
Yeah,
Battlefy, they are spot on. Their admins are great. Um, Quicker to respond. They know the game, which is what you
that's
want.
good. Yeah,
So
there were the dark days where they didn't know what was going on back in ESL. So
ESL days,
that's
baby.
music to my ears.
Yeah, so, but yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about that much more next week. It's short. I mean, a little lightweight week this week. I mean, we still got the BR program. Maybe that Thursday program will surprise us and shock us with new content. We'll find out, and we'll talk about that next week. But that's going to do it for us today. Be sure to follow my boy Cougs at Cougs46 on Twitter. Find all his socials there. I'm at Scuffy Me TV. You can follow our podcast Twitter. It's at Inside the Show PC. Once again, Inside the Show PC. We're on YouTube. We had a little video issues where our recording tool didn't want to record my video, so we didn't have it up. But we'll have this one up this week. So be sure to hit a thumbs up today's video and have your notifications on for future episodes and enjoy the summer circuit finale this weekend. If you're watching, I highly recommend it. It's on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, you can find it on Thuni, Yayo, and Anthony's channel. On Sunday, you'll find it on SES's channel where our friends from the podcast with Roflo and Spore being commentating. And we'll talk about much more next week. You guys have a fun week grinding. Till next one.